Achieving your dream body. For a lot of people, if you ask them what their biggest goals are, achieving their dream body is going to be very high up there. Actually, it's really hard to blame them because diet culture makes sure that this is seen as the ultimate goal for a lot of people. I mean, you're constantly seeing ads and influencers promoting having the perfect body. You're seeing it all over social media, and there's kind of this implicit promise that once you're able to reach the body of your dreams and get that body, everything else will automatically fall into place. You'll get your dream relationship, you'll get your dream job, you'll get a lot of money, you'll get your dream house, and just magically you'll be happy. But of course, that's just not the case. First and foremost, let's talk about the pitfalls of chasing your dream body. And keyword here, chasing, because I honestly believe that the more focus you put into getting the ideal body, the unhealthier it is. Many people will spend years, if not their entire lives, chasing for an ideal that is likely unattainable. Usually it will start out pretty innocently. They might just start tracking their calories. They might try a few different diet plans. They might try to exercise a little bit more. Nothing crazy, but then they are going to get more and more and more ingrained in diet culture, and they're going to see more and more and more images of like ideal bodies plastered around the media, and that's when it can become dangerous and it becomes something that completely overpowers their entire lives. And there are so many people who spend like 80%, 90%, I don't even know, so much time, such a huge portion of their day thinking about something in link to diet culture, the perfect body, controlling their food, all of that. And I think it is absolutely essential that we decenter this image of the ideal body when it comes to healthy eating, because you can absolutely try to eat in a way that is healthier for you. We're gonna address that without doing it because you want your ideal body. If you're constantly thinking about your dream body and obsessing over food, doing all of that, then that is taking up so much space that could be freed to do things that are way more essential, like spending time with your loved ones, or doing hobbies that you love, or building yourself up in other aspects of your life. And that's where diet culture actually wants you to be. It wants you to be a little bit trapped, so you don't have the energy to take a step back and realize that you're actually spending all your resources, like time and money, onto losing weight and being healthier. So you keep on doing it and you keep on giving them money. Trying to chase your dream body at all costs is also going to take a huge emotional toll on you, because it's inevitably going to lead you into this cycle of guilt and shame when it comes to what you eat and what you look like. You're always going to feel like what you're doing isn't good enough, like you could be doing more, like you're gonna compare yourself constantly to others that you feel are doing things better than you and that have a body that you feel looks better than you, and that is just going to be a horrible time, let's be honest. And probably the most damaging thing is that you are going to attach so much of your happiness to this end goal of having this dream body. All of your self-worth is going to be tied up in that, and you're going to tell yourself that once you achieve your dream body, everything else will fall into place. You're almost going to put your entire life on hold because you're going to be able to convince yourself that it doesn't matter, like all these things don't matter now, like as long as you get your dream body, that's what you focus on, and then once you've achieved it, then you can work on like all the rest. Then you're gonna be happy, then you're gonna be satisfied, then everything's gonna work out. And that's not the case, because it's absolutely essential to realize that not everybody can get the ideal body, again, the one that society or different ones that society will value more than others, because we are all different. We all have different genetics. We all have a different past with food, relationship with food, relationship with others. There's just so many things that factor in. And the things that we will all hold fat differently, we will all have different metabolic rates, we will all have a different appetite, like different appetite levels. And that's the issue again with diet culture. It's really going to be selling you this idea that if you work hard enough, if you eat well enough, if you diet enough, if you spend enough money, you can have the body of your dreams. But it's just not true. And so again, that's why it's so important to decenter this notion of the ideal body and instead focus on this notion of having the body that you are more comfortable in, that you feel better in, and that is just, you feel like the best version of yourself. But it needs to be something that comes from you. It's not about you trying to compare yourself to other people's bodies. I also made a video that addresses the role of genetics when it comes to being overweight or having a specific body type. And if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check it out here or in the description. Another aspect of always chasing your dream body that I feel like is the biggest pitfall of it is putting your life on hold while you wait to achieve this goal. I see this a lot with my clients who will tell me that they aren't super happy right now, but that there are so many things that they want to do with their lives. But first, they need to focus on their body, getting the body that they want. And once they've done that, they can then work on the other things. I mean, I have clients preventing themselves from going on vacation because they don't have the body that they want. I have clients preventing themselves from eating out with their friends or families because they feel like they don't deserve to do that with the body that they have. I have clients preventing themselves from going to the gym or doing like physical activities that they actually love, but again, they feel like they don't have the right body type to do that yet. But their lives and your life is happening right now, like right now. And if you're constantly waiting for the perfect body to enjoy your life, you're never gonna enjoy it. Absolutely never. Because you're always going to keep on pushing back this goal of the perfect body. It's never gonna be enough. At first you're gonna be like, oh, I wanna lose this much weight. And then once you get there, you're gonna be like, wait, actually I wanna lose even more. And then once you get there, you're gonna be like, well, now I feel that I'm not toned enough. I wanna get toned. And then once you get there, oh, I feel like I have some loose skin. And then, oh, my wrinkles, oh, my hair. It's never ending. So this is why it can be dangerous to try to chase your dream body. Now that being said, I'm gonna tell you how I think you can actually get your dream body. The solution is you have to shift the focus away from it. The goal is not to completely stop caring about what you look like or your body or your health, whatever. No, but the goal is to realize that in order to get the body that works the best for you and that you're the most comfortable in, you need to see this as a side effect of all the work that is going to be around the way that you eat in a healthier, more balanced way, satisfying enough that you don't binge, that you work on your relationship with food, and that you learn to eat more intuitively. Those are all the things that are then going to get you to the body that is the best for you at a weight where you're not going to have to do a lot of effort, a weight that is going to be easily maintainable, and a weight that you're going to be happy and comfortable in. So what you need to do for that first is to start embracing body neutrality. I really like this concept compared to body positivity because I feel like body positivity puts this huge emphasis on loving your body no matter what and being proud of things that you don't even like in your body. And I think that we're allowed to have things that we don't like physically when it comes to the way that we look. And I feel like it can seem a little bit fake and hypocritical sometimes to be like, oh, I love this about myself, I love that, when it's actually not true. I don't think that this works. At least for me, it doesn't. If it works for you, that's wonderful. But what I found works better is this concept of body neutrality. And body neutrality is basically learning to detach your self-worth and your happiness from your physical appearance. Being able to realize that your body is doing a lot for you. It's enabling you to get up every morning, to go to work and get money so that you can then do a lot of things that you like and spend time with your family and do your favorite hobbies and do like physical activity that makes you feel good. So those are all the great things that your body is enabling you to do. Now, the fact that you don't like the way that your nose looks or that you feel that your thighs are too big, I mean, that's not really anything that's preventing you from, enjoying the way that your body works. And so it's really important that you learn to accept your body the way it is right now. Again, focusing on all the things it can do instead of the things that it can't, and understanding that the way that you look is not the main thing about you. It's one thing about you, sure, definitely, but there are so many other things about yourself that you can work on as well and that you can love as well. This is really important because it's, again, going to decenter this idea that your physical appearance is the most important thing about you, and then you're going to have more brain space to focus on more important things like your healthy relationship with food and your actual way of eating that is like in a healthier way. When it comes to building a healthy relationship with food, I say this in so many videos, but it really is the key to everything in my opinion. If you're able to eat in a way where you do not have fear foods, meaning you do not feel like certain foods are off limits to you, or that if you come across these foods then you're going to binge on them. If you're able to eat in a way that is balanced with all the macronutrients in a way that is satisfying to you but still filled with healthy foods and a lot of whole foods, if you let yourself have treats once in a while, being able to enjoy them and be satisfied without overdoing it, if you're able to put your body signals first and listen to what your body is telling you when it's hungry, when it's full, when you're craving a certain thing, when you're not craving a certain thing, when it's time for eat based on what your body's telling you and not based on outside rules. And once you're able to not feel any type of negative emotion when you eat, like guilt or shame, or feel triggered because you did something that you feel is going to make you gain weight or that ruin your diet or any of these things, if you truly are able to liberate yourself from that is for me the greatest key, and that's when you're truly going to be able to get to a body type, a body size that is the healthiest for you. So I could go on and on and on about this. I have so many videos on creating a healthier relationship with food. I have an entire playlist, so I'm gonna put the playlist right here. Don't hesitate to check that out, or I'm going to put it in the description too. Another extremely important aspect, and I work on this with my clients a lot, is setting goals that are not linked to your body shape, your body size, or just like your body. So usually when I talk about like eating more intuitively and eating healthier and all of that, and then I also tell people you shouldn't weigh yourselves, you shouldn't have physical expectations, they are unsure of like which goals they should be having for themselves, because again, diet culture has conditioned us so much for goals to be just about weight loss and like measurements. But there are so many things that you can set as goals for yourself to see that you are doing better. You can give yourself the goal of being able to do a physical activity that you love, for instance, moving your body in a way that you love, that you currently aren't able to do. Having the goal of being stronger, more energetic, and able to do more things can also be a great one to have. Being able to eat foods without obsessing over them, without binging on them, and without blaming yourself or feeling guilty for anything that you have is also an important goal, as well as being able to feel confident in yourself, whether that is your physical appearance or also in the choices that you're making. Being able to eat in a way that is balanced and having that be satisfying to you. So starting to crave foods that aren't necessarily just cookies and ice cream, and being able to listen to the signals that your body's telling you when it's telling you that it wants fruit, for instance. Focusing more on the way that you feel instead of the way that you look, and again, that's going to be a game changer. And then perhaps the most important thing to remember from this video is that you need to enjoy life while you are striving for your goals. It's super important to remember that getting your ideal body, or at least getting to a body that you are more comfortable in and that you is like kind of like your set point body weight, that should not be something that you wait for while you live like a miserable life. You can absolutely strive for better health while still enjoying time, doing activities you love, enjoying time with your friends, eating out, going to the movies and getting popcorn, celebrating birthday parties and having cake, like doing all these things, it's not mutually exclusive to live your life and experience pleasure and joy from your life and strive for certain physical goals. Because like I talked about earlier, it's really dangerous to put your entire life on hold while you wait to achieve a goal. Because if you do that, it means that everything that you're putting in place in order to reach that goal is not going to be sustainable, because all you can do is just like do it, and then you can't wait until you've reached the goal so you can stop. That's really not what you want to do. You want to be putting in place a way of eating, a way of exercising, a relationship with food. You want to be doing these things in a way that is not going to be bothersome to you. It's not going to be like a burden. It's not going to be something that you can't wait to be done with. It should be done so in a way that is actually enjoyable and that really fits in with your lifestyle. So it's not about you going from point A to point B and then like doing this lifestyle, and then once you reach point B, you stop this lifestyle. It's super important to remember that just because you are working towards a better version of yourself, whether that be physically, mentally, or in like a bunch of different aspects, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't currently love the version you're at right now, and that you shouldn't respect the version that you're at right now. You deserve the same type of respect, the same type of love, the same type of attention. You're the same person. It's just your body that's changing. You're the same person. And I like to use the plant example to make people kind of remember this, because it's like when you're getting a little baby plant and you just put the little seeds in and you have like a tiny little thing growing from it, and then you know that the goal for this plant is to become like really big and take up a lot of space and be super beautiful. That doesn't mean that while you wait for this to happen, you are not going to treat the plant right. You're still gonna water it, you're still gonna give it sunlight, it's still gonna be in your house, and it's still gonna look pretty. It's just not going to be like your end goal right now. But again, it doesn't mean that you're just gonna let it rot, because you can see how that wouldn't work. Like if you don't give the plant attention while it's little, then you're never gonna get the pretty plant. And it's the same for you. You can have goals. It's okay to want to change your body. It's okay to want to change the way you eat and your relationship with food and all of that. It's totally fine, but you should still respect and love yourself, your current body, your current way of being, as you wait to reach this point. Another key element to this is that if you already live as if you had your dream body, meaning if you give yourself the same type of respect, if you eat in the like healthy way that you would eat as a person like in a smaller, fitter body, if you allow yourself to enjoy experiences again like you would allow yourself to do if you were in that body, then it's almost a form of like manifestation, in the sense that you're going to blend your present and your future by doing the same things, like by acting in the way that you would in the future right now. And it's not magic. It's just the fact that if you copy the habits of like a healthier, fitter person onto your current habits, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be a healthier, fitter person. So it's not about being happy only when you reach this goal, and it's not about having a healthy lifestyle just up until you reach this goal and then stopping. It's about blending all of them together, being happy, having all your goals, and doing the things to get yourself to this goal, but also these things should be the same thing that maintain you in that goal. So that's it for this video. I really hope that you liked it, and I hope that you were able to understand why it is kind of dangerous to have this idea of your dream body be like the main thing in your head when you're trying to build a healthier relationship with food and healthier eating habits. But I hope that I also gave you tips that you can implement in order to get to a point where you're more comfortable in your body and have a relationship with food and way of eating that you are more satisfied with. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe, and see you on my next one. Bye.